After conducting an internal investigation, the Chiefs yesterday suspended running back Larry Johnson until November 9th. He has filed for an appeal, but in the meantime, the move will cost Johnson nearly $600,000. Within 24 hours, Johnson used a gay slur twice, one with a fan on his Twitter account on Sunday and then in front of reporters on Monday. Johnson has a history of problems during his time in KC, but his choice of words has raised an issue about homophobia in the sports world, especially when this is gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender History Month. We welcome in former NFL defensive lineman Asera Tua'alo to the program, and after playing for 5 teams, he announced to the public that he is gay. Asera, what was your initial reaction to Larry Johnson's comments?
Oh, I thought I was here to talk about the Vikings. I'm sorry. Wow, here we go again. I'm back on, back on the show and stuff, talking about this issue, and definitely it was a shocker. What comes to mind is what an idiot. I don't know. It's just very for me and stuff. It's to hear something like that coming from a professional is very demeaning to our community. Well,
take us inside the locker room. How prevalent were homophobic comments in daily conversations while you played football?
Well, it was thrown around like it was part of the language, basically. And for someone like myself, being in the closet, and someone like myself coming to work knowing that there's no safety or anything like that, it was very difficult to hear all those things. But you know what? You bow up and you be an athlete and stuff, and you hold your tongue. Because we live in a world definitely where we are not supported. So it's just funny and stuff. I'm back on here, and we're talking about this issue. The last time I was here, I think it was the University coach of Hawaii. But it just really dumbfounds me to even think that we're here again. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you came out during retirement, like you mentioned. Andrew Goldstein became the first American male team sport athlete to come out while still playing. The former All-American lacrosse goalie at Dartmouth joins us now. And Andrew, what compelled you to reveal this secret with your teammates?
Well, I wasn't trying to make a political statement or be a spokesperson or anything. As an athlete, I thought it was only fair that I didn't have to be ashamed of who I was. And we play on a team sport, and really you go through so much with these guys, and 5 a.m. workouts in the morning, and these long bus rides together, and they're there to support you. And so I knew I had a support system and a bunch of guys who if I gave my all on the field, they had my back when it came off the field.
When you mentioned a support system, there was no friction when you decided to come out and address your teammates?
Well, I'm not going to say that the guys weren't surprised. It's just not something you're familiar with. But, these guys are intelligent, and they care about each other, and especially about their teammates. And I think, if guys like Larry Johnson realize that they've played with alongside gay teammates, and someone like him, he's had gay men out there blocking for him, and if people were really familiar with that idea, I think they would be a little more careful about what they say and what they think.
Let's go to what they say. Sarah, is this about homophobia or really a society issue with gay slurs ingrained in our vocabulary?
Definitely it's been ingrained in our vocabulary, and that's one of the things where now that I'm out and stuff, and I have a voice, and I can go back to where I used to play ball and stuff, and it's just one of those things that's been in our vocabulary, but we need to change that, because what they need to realize and stuff, there's a lot of young gay athletes out there that look at these players as role models, and when they're using those negative gay slurs, and I've been on the show before, and I've sugarcoated everything and stuff, but what I want people to know out there and stuff is anytime they use the word gay, faggot, homo, and they use it in a negative term, it's like calling, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it this time, it's like calling a woman a bitch, or it's calling an African-American person a nigga. And it's not right, because it hurts. Anytime you use something like that, and it hurts someone's feeling, it hurts a human being's feeling, gay or straight or whatever, it is definitely not right. And I'm angry and stuff, because here we go again. After his negative slurs, my Facebook, my website, everything was this, you know, this loaded up with all of this. And I mean, we should be, it seems like we're taking like 10 steps back. We take 2 steps forward, and then when somebody does this, we take like 10 steps, 10
Sarah,
steps back.
what has to change, though? Obviously, the frustration, we could feel it building and building up in this conversation. What has to change out there publicly as well as inside locker rooms?
I think, you know, all these guys and stuff need to realize that they're not just role models for the straights. They're role models for all the children out there. I mean, gay, straight, or whatever. You know, they look up to these people. I deal with a lot of gay young athletes and stuff that are killing themselves, or they're deciding, well, maybe I should quit because of what, you know, like Larry Johnson said, or what Terrell OT said. I mean, what I'm trying to do and stuff is make sure that they realize that they can do it. They can go and they can play sports. They can pursue their dreams. That's why I think it's very important and stuff. And I think it's very. It's great and stuff that the media and everyone's kind of like stepping in when someone says something like this.
Let's get Andrew's opinion, too, because Andrew, coming out and speaking out in the locker room and being out there while you're still playing with your teammates, did that change perceptions of the guys that you were with?
You know, the perception is really, especially a sport like lacrosse, it's a hyper-masculine sport, and you know, what we do out on the field is really what we should be, you know, judged by, and I don't think that anyone was thought of as, you know, less of a tough guy because there was a gay teammate. In fact, I think it says a lot more about them that they're comfortable and they're okay with, you know, creating a welcome environment for all people on their team. So
before we let you guys go, it sounds like, Andrew, when you did come out, it changed some stereotypes inside that locker room. We got 10 seconds. Yes or no, should more athletes just come out while they're still playing? That kind of changed this perception.
I think it's not necessarily about the athletes who come out. It's about players and coaches saying it's okay for gay athletes in this locker roam, and they need to create the welcome environment for the athletes to come out.
Sarah, two seconds, definitely. You get the final word right there?
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with Andrew. A lot of education.
We got to get going. Great job to have you guys on here to talk about this debate. Andrew, Sarah, thank you for joining us here on OTL. Still ahead, results from our poll question: is Mark McGwire's return to baseball good for the game?